Hi dreamers and make-believers. In today's video I'm doing my very first book haul, and I sound like a crazy person because I have a bit of a funny throat right now, so my voice keeps coming and going, so we're just gonna ignore my crazy little voice. I'm sucking on a strepsil right now to try and get it back. Fingers crossed for voice returning, or maybe I should just sing the whole video. La la la. I don't know. We'll figure this out. But let's do this, my first book haul. So I always thought of myself as having a pretty healthy obsession with books, and I normally buy like one a week or one every other week or something like that. So I normally get about 3 to 4 books a month, which is like an okay amount. But last month I got 8 books, and I thought, you know what, that's a nice amount for a book haul, and I've never done a book haul before, so I'm quite excited to do one. I kind of think that these culprits might be to blame. I got a lot of Kinokuniya vouchers, 10% off. Now when you think about it, 10% off is actually not that much, but for some reason I was like, voucher, 10% off. So books that I bought at the beginning of September, which I think you already know, were The Infernal Devices by Cassandra Clare. So I got these 3, which was The Clockwork Angel, The Clockwork Prince, and The Clockwork Princess. And they all sound fantastic. Apparently, if you read them after you read Mortal Instruments, you're gonna get a bit spoiled for them, so it's better to read them like at the same time, simultaneously. That's the word I'm looking for. Apparently it's better to read them simultaneously because then you don't get spoiled, basically. So these are the first 3 books that I bought in September, and then I got the vouchers. So the first book that I got was Passenger by Alexandra Bracken. I've heard such good stuff about this writer, but I've never actually read any of her things. I've seen her in like panels and stuff, but I've never actually read anything that she's written, but I've heard very good stuff about this. What really got me to grab this one was, of course, that it says, grabs you by the heart from its opening notes and doesn't let you go until its knockout blockbuster finale. And that was by Sarah J. Maas, who is, like, as you all know, one of my favorite authors. So I was just like, okay, Sarah J. Maas loves this book. I love Sarah J. Maas's book. It's gotta be good, and I've heard such good things about it. I also just recently finished reading Outlander, and this, for some reason, I think it's just the time travel aspect of it, gave me the same kind of Outlanderish vibes, and it's a romance with time travel, and I just thought, you know what, that could be quite nice. And he's a captain. I'm not sure if he's a pirate captain, which would be amazing, but he's a captain, and I love captains, and I love ships, and I love boats, and just all those good stuff, so I thought that Passenger would be a very nice read, so I'm looking forward to getting into this one. And speaking of Sarah J. Maas, I then got Tower of Dawn by the infamous Sarah J. Maas. This now started out as a novella for the Throne of Glass series, but then as you see, it became much more than a novella. It is now like 700 and something pages, and it is the story of Chaol, but apparently it coincides with the Throne of Glass series. I just swallowed my my strepsil, so yeah, that's great. Anyways, so it went from being a Throne of Glass novella to a Throne of Glass novel, and is now in some circles considered technically book 6 in the series because it's so tightly connected and apparently is amazing. I wasn't very happy with what happened to Chaol's character in the last couple of Throne of Glass books, so I'm hoping that this is just amazing and just brings him back to the guy that I fell in love with in Throne of Glass, because he was amazing in that. I loved him in that. I also finally got Caraval by Stephanie Garber. It says, remember, it's only a game. From what I understand, it's about 2 sisters, and one of them gets kidnapped on the way to Caraval, or at Caraval, and they go through this adventure, and there's romance, and there's a competition, and it just sounds really interesting, so I'm looking forward to getting into Caraval as well one day. The next book is probably the book I'm most excited about from this book haul. I mean, I love this author so much, and that is Leigh Bardugo's Warbringer, Wonder Woman. I'm just so excited to get into this one. Leigh Bardugo is an incredible author. I love all of her books. I have devoured them. I have fallen in love with them. I've cried. I have bonded with the characters. I still think about the characters. I love the characters, and I am so excited to get into this. I know nothing about this except that it's Wonder Woman, who I love, and it was written by Leigh Bardugo, who I love. And the 8th and final book that I got in September was The Magician by Lisa Maxwell. This one I got purely because of this fantastic cover. Un momento. Can you see that cover? It's like a snake in a ball of magic, and it just looks incredible. I really like this cover. And I don't know if I mentioned or if you could see it, but the snake is a skeleton snake. It just looks awesome. And the title of the book, The Last Magician, just sounds so magical and so captivating. So literally I saw this and was just like, yeah, I'll take it. I've never read anything by Lisa Maxwell. Apparently she has another series called Unhooked. All I know about this book is that it's set in New York and magic is all but extinct. That is literally the first sentence of the blurb. And it also says on the back, stop the magician, steal the book, and save the future. So that just sounds like an excellent, epic premise for a story, and again, the cover. So those were the 8 books that I bought in September. I'm hoping to buy a lot more this month, or actually not this month because I'm saving money to go on holiday, but maybe next month I'm hoping to buy a lot more and do my second ever book haul. But that is all for today. Until next time, I'll see you. Bye!